Hey everybody, we're back. It's 4:30. I'm here at Facebook Live. I feel like this is day 3. I feel like I've been doing this for 3 years. Every day feels like an eternity with everything going on. I'm here with Lily. Lily's here because tonight was big cheesy date night.
That was my class, people.
That was our class we were teaching tonight. She was teaching tonight. Sell out every single time.
Because it's delicious.
And so we're going to cook a couple of recipes from that class. So before I start talking, because I have a ton that I want to tell you all, some feedback we got yesterday, I'm going to get this version of grilled cheese in the oven. Middle schoolers and high schoolers, this is you right here. So you need a thick-ish bread. If you can find Texas toast in the store, that works really well. Sturdy, thicker bread is what you want to use. Yes, I'm putting mayonnaise on the outside of the bread. Everyone starts to freak out. I don't like mayonnaise. What is mayonnaise? Mayonnaise is
an emulsion
of eggs and fat.
Yes.
So it's going to do what butter does, but it does it in a more even way, a more consistent way, and you get more of a golden brown. So mayonnaise on the outside, and then we're using a combo of provolone, and this looks like Cheddar Jack, melty cheese. You could do mozzarella, you could do brie if you want it to be fancy. Here's where the magic happens. Hot oven, hot pans. So, very carefully get these hot pans out of the oven. We have to do a little finagling here at Red Stick Spice because of the size of our oven, but essentially you need 2 sheet pans. So, these sandwiches, mayo side down, are going on this pan. I just heard a little
sizzle. Yes,
a little sizzle. Yeah. So we're going to get these sandwiches. You could at home, because your 2 sheet pans are going to fit in your oven, you can load up this sheet pan. Big pan of grilled cheese all at once. No one's standing at the stove flipping the individual grilled cheeses. So here go our mayo side down, cheese on there. I'm doing 2 slices of cheese because I want it super cheesy. And our other mayo side, and then this other hot pan that was in the oven, that goes on top of the grilled cheese. And we need a little bit of weight. So Lily, go grab me one of those casseroles over there behind Fatima.
Ah, okay.
And you don't want to smush it, but you need a little bit of weight on here. Yep. Okay, so a little bit of weight on top of there, that goes in the oven. You're making an entire sheet pan of grilled cheese
at one time.
All at once. Let me get these in the oven. So if you were with us on Tuesday was our first day that we went live on Facebook. We made the Turkish lentil soup that you've been in this room with us when we've made that so many times. So soup and grilled cheese, what could go wrong? Right?
And it's also Friday Lent, so I'm going to make your red lentil soup tomorrow.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Grilled cheese and lentil soup would be perfect, and you can make yesterday's yogurt cake too. So before I start talking about I got questions from direct messages, I got questions via email, and I want to answer all of that, but I want to get you started.
I want to get started.
So this grilled cheese I had a gentleman tell me, he took a class from me, and he said, "You're really good at what you do. I liked what happened here, but I have to tell you, I've taken Lily's big cheesy class before, and that grilled cheese is the best thing I've ever eaten in my life." So that's what this grilled cheese is. So tell us what's happening first.
Okay. So what we're going to do is let's talk about what we're putting on our grilled cheese. We're going to use Grinning Jupiter's Blackberry pepper jelly. So you need a pepper jelly. You need some honey for the end. We're going to drizzle at the end. We have a combination of cheeses. You want cheeses that melt well. So we have mozzarella, provolone, and we have Gruyere. Grated cheeses melt really nicely.
Okay.
So if you're going to use a block cheese, grate it first. It also needs some pecans. So hold on, let's get my sandwiches done first, and then we'll get the pecans going.
So we moved your bread here.
Yep, thank you. Yep. All right. So I'm going to start by putting the butter in the pan.
Okay.
Directly. So then once we do that, it's preheated, so it should sizzle. Oops, it should sizzle. Then I'm gonna do a little trick here, Anne. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put 1 piece of bread in to this melted butter.
Okay.
Then I am going to lay the bread into it on top of this butter.
Okay.
Then I'm going to put the cheese on top of that. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is put the top back on it with only one piece of bread. That's going to be the secret of a crusty but melty cheese.
Okay.
So I want my bread to be crusty and I want the middle to start to get oozy. I'll be able to see through my top. Then I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to add the other piece of bread, flip it in the butter, so now both sides are crunchy.
So if you put that top bread on there and put the lid on,
It'll be soggy.
Yeah, it's like a moist environment.
Right.
So
So I'm gonna give it a minute, but I'm gonna put, like I said, grated cheese does the best.
so we've got Gruyere, we've got provolone, and we've got mozzarella.
Yes.
So we're just talking melty, melty, melty.
Yeah, just good old melted cheese.
So what else? What could folks have in their fridge right now?
Good old cheddar, sliced American cheese, just what you did.
Okay.
Would
What
work
if they
great.
what if they have a wheel of brie knocking around in there?
Yes, even better.
So you just break off little pieces of that
Yep,
and put them on the bread? Okay.
Right. All right, so in the meantime, I'm going to spread jelly on the inside of this sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So pepper jelly, we talked about Grinning Jupiter's pepper jellies yesterday. If you're not in Baton Rouge, I encourage you at the grocery store to find a local artisan who's got their jams and jellies in the store. These are pantry staples, you guys. So this is going to last unopened on your pantry shelf for quite a while. Once you open it, throw it in your fridge. But these are part of your pantry staples right now, and they support a local artisan.
So right now I have the top on, and I'm going
Okay.
to spread these two pieces with jelly.
Okay.
And then I'm going to chop my pecans to go inside the sandwich. And we seasoned our pecans.
Okay.
So we used a product of yours, which is the Sunset salt, the Bayou Sunset
Okay.
salt. So that's what we seasoned our pecans with. So now we have a little salt.
Okay.
We have some sweet.
So this product that we make, what we've done is we've taken rock salt and we've added other ingredients in the grinder. This might be available to you at home. It's things like fennel, pieces of minced garlic. We've even got rose petals in here. So salt grinders and pepper grinders aren't just for salt and pepper. Other whole spices can go in there to make a really interesting sprinkle for food. So that could be, you've probably got some things in your cabinet to go and make your own custom gourmet grinding salt. But that's what we put on the pecans, and that's going in the sandwich.
And we toasted them.
Okay, and they got roasted. So another great thing, if you have pecans in your freezer, that's a great extension of your pantry.
Exactly.
Pick those up, a great protein source, nice source of fat, which we all need, and I would definitely consider those a pantry staple. It's been hard for me, Lily, shopping right now because I go out and I'm shopping. I'm like, I know how to do this because this is a hurricane, right?
Right.
But it's not. I have electricity. So you're
you're thinking a whole, you can
yeah,
cook meat.
exactly, exactly. So, a blessing in that sense that we have that available to us. Okay, so you're chopping pecans, and I see that sizzling away, and Fatima may need you to tilt that at some point for folks to see what's happening in that pan.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna take a peek myself. Yeah.
Yep, they're sizzling away. The cheese is starting to melt. Fatima, can you see, or does she need to tilt?
Yeah.
Is that helpful?
Can everybody
Okay.
see it?
All right, I'm going to take a second while we're letting that do its thing. I'm starting to smell grilled cheese, by the way, from the oven. I want to answer some questions. Well, first of all, I want to give a shout out. Yesterday, we did our French yogurt cake. Remember that little yogurt cake?
So yummy. I love that cake.
Where you take the little yogurt containers, and those are your measuring.
Yeah, from the French girls?
Yeah. So we did that yogurt cake yesterday, and in our comments, Angie Spearin Sharp posted her yogurt cake. She answered one of our questions.
Aww.
All she had in her fridge was a low-fat cherry yogurt, and she said it worked perfectly.
Well, we did, yeah.
Yeah, so low-fat yogurt, there's your answer. It works. Flavored yogurt, it worked. And she didn't have a 10-inch pan, she did a bunt. And it's gorgeous. We're going to get Chelsea to post that either in our story or somewhere for you all to see this beautiful, beautiful cake. Nothing makes me happier than, first of all, doing this, knowing that you guys are watching, and then you actually did it.
You're
cooked
implementing.
it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. How crazy is that? So the other question I got yesterday was, who are you talking to off camera? So I've got Fatima on my phone operating the camera, and then Reagan is a good distance away from her in the room as well, and Reagan's behind the scenes in the comments and just making sure that everything's running properly. And she's the one who gets the recipe up on the website. Chelsea's at home also in the comments. She does our social media for us. So I've got an amazing team. And how cool is this, that we're able to do this from appropriate distances and even from home and still bring this to you guys. Lily reminded me that she suggested that I do Facebook Lives about
3 years ago, people. I said, Anne.
And I shot it down.
Yeah, you shot it down. You said we were just, no one wants to watch us.
And here I am, day 3. And look at how good we're doing. So day 1, if you felt like your chair was, maybe your floor was crooked or something was leaning, that was me leaning. We decided to get a nice sturdy surface to put the camera on now. But the other question was, what kind of camera do you use? We use a Mevo camera. This is a Mevo Facebook Live camera, and the app is on my phone, and then Fatima is tapping on the app where she wants the camera to go. So that's the name of the camera, and I've had it for at least 3 years, and
just
decided to go ahead and break it out now. And then someone asked, how am I even still open? We're a grocery store, so we fall into the category of folks who can be open while taking very specific precautions. It is a privilege that grocery stores, small grocery stores, are allowed to be open, and restaurants are able to do pickup. And it's super important that we follow very seriously the guidelines they've set in place. What's been popular today is calling us from the curb. So we've had lots of customers in Baton Rouge either place their order online or just simply drive up and tell us from the parking lot what they want. Okay, that's gorgeous.
I know.
There's some GBD right there, golden, brown, and delicious. So if you're in Baton Rouge, you can call us, tell us what you need, and we'll walk it to your car in the parking lot, swipe your card in the parking lot. Of course, if you're in Baton Rouge, you can still order online and we'll ship it. And then anywhere in the United States, we would love to ship to you as well. And right now we have free shipping on orders over $20. And I love how many of you all have taken advantage of that. This is a tough time for us right now as a small business. And we really feel the love from you all in doing your best to support us. And I hope it's all resulting in family time in the kitchen and delicious meals. Because this is
comforting.
What's
more comforting than a crunchy grilled cheese with ooey middle?
Yeah, because this whole thing is bananas.
Yeah,
you know,
this
crazy.
doesn't make you just like sit a little more comfortable in your chair when you're eating it. It's not doing its job.
Yep. So, you know, I said this. Oh, by the way, I have a podcast episode out today. I do a podcast called Smidgen. It's on wherever you get your podcasts. And I have 2 seasons out, and we recorded a bonus episode Monday, and it came out today, and it's just me talking about what's going on with us, what's going on with my family while this is going on, but more than anything, talking to folks about how this can be a place of connection and not a place of drudgery, not that hurricane, I can only eat beans and tuna.
In the dark.
Right, in the dark. We certainly need to make sacrifices. We need to be okay when grocery stores may run out of things. We need to be grateful when grocery stores work really hard to try to get, you know, what they can in. But this should be coming from a place of connection and love, and not a place of drudgery. So I talk about that on the podcast. I'd love for you all to listen, and let's see how we're doing with grilled cheese, because those look amazing.
Just gonna get the backs of mine done. Sister.
Let's see how we did here. Okay, let's get ready for this. All right, so you guys, remember, middle schoolers and high schoolers, you're on your own. Middle schoolers, ask mom for help, because this is blazing, blazing hot. But here's how you're making supper for everyone.
Is that amazing?
In the family. This is, and remember, we had to do a little trickery because of our oven size. At home, you're filling this entire sheet pan with sandwiches.
You can easily
getting it all done at once. Make a pot of soup. This is on you, you guys. You can totally do this. Super simple. And all that cheese that's about to crust up on this hot pan, that's mine. That's for me. So I'm gonna dish these guys up, cut these guys, and then I think we're close to serving those as well. Those are beautiful. So we've got sort of your basic grilled cheese that is maybe for a picky eater or someone who's not quite there yet with the pepper jelly and pecans.
That's true. That's very
and then
true.
this is gourmet deliciousness right here.
Right.
That, again, that gentleman said very politely, I think you're a good cook, but Lily's sandwich was the best thing I've ever had.
Might be a new sheriff.
All right, let's see how these are looking.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh my goodness. That's amazing. All right, we're gonna get just the best crunch out of that.
I heard it. And look at the inside.
So good.
A comment from Connie Green says she's making one while she's watching.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited because there's probably a super good chance you've got what you need for these in your house.
Yeah.
And those too.
Yeah.
You
You're
know?
gonna have pecans in a jelly.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna put yours over there. I'm gonna put mine over here. I'm gonna cut a couple more.
Now with mine, we're gonna drizzle honey on it.
Okay, so let's go on a long board.
Okay.
So even though a lot of grocery stores are out of things, and it may seem dismal, I can tell you that farmers are still harvesting strawberries and greens. Beekeepers are still harvesting honey. That is most likely available to you in your local area. Here in Baton Rouge, our farmers market is still operating, and our farmers are getting super creative about popping up where it's appropriate and also offering CSA shares. We even have a butcher that does a bundle each month. I prefer to call it my meat subscription. So I encourage you to look for those local folks in your area so that's so beautiful, so that you guys can still get these ingredients and support those farmers and artisans. Okay, may I take a bite of this one?
Please. So, I see that you have hot honey now that you carry in the store. That's super cool.
My mouth is full.
Okay, so that would work on this sandwich. Regular honey would work on this sandwich. So whatever you have. Can I make my own hot honey if I'm stuck at home?
Totally some cayenne. Heat the honey with cayenne. That would get you there. This is a new artisan that we carry here in town called Basic Bee that does this hot honey. But yeah, another great pantry staple to have. But this sandwich does all the things. It's crunchy, it's cheesy, it's got a little bit of hot, it's buttery, it's doing all, and then the sweetness from the honey. It's got all the things.
We also have multiple people asking who does CSA.
So CSA's in Baton Rouge. There's a website you can go to look for CSA programs in your area. I don't know the name of that website. That's got to be an easy Google. We'll figure it out and put it in the comments. In Baton Rouge right now, Fullness just sent out their email yesterday. Fullness Farm is doing a CSA. I don't know their capacity, and I don't know what they've sold at this point. But Fullness Farm is an easy Google as well, and they're also on Facebook, and that would be a local resource for a CSA box. And I know that our local grocery stores are working hard to stock that local produce, because again, those vegetables didn't stop growing. That harvest couldn't stop, and that food is available. Where's my sandwich, Lily?
Oh, I didn't get you one. Got me one.
That's gorgeous. So pepper jelly, melty cheese, crusty, buttery on the outside, sweet honey on the top. I'm going to take a bite.
Just what I thought. Exactly what I expected.
That customer who said that about that sandwich, Lily, he's not wrong. All right, you guys. This was fun. I'm coming back tomorrow at 4:30. I'd love it if you guys came.
I'll be tuning in.
Okay. Thank you. I hope you all are cooking. Thank you so much for all the feedback. If you have more questions, leave them in the comments or message us. But I'll be back tomorrow to cook with you guys. Thanks. See you later. Make a grilled cheese.
Bye.
Bye.